On this episode, we're going to talk about what makes sales hard. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Quarter Show. We haven't done this in a while. We talked about it. We thought we would do a quick show and kind of go over it and talk about what makes sales hard. We had this idea. I was driving in on I guess last week sometime and kind of talked to Ben about this. And I was saying, what makes sales hard and how we were saying, like, just write that out, right? Like list out what makes sales hard and list that out and then offset it, right? Do the opposite of that, like work it out and then the opposite of that. To me, after doing this for years and years and years, we've been doing this for, this company for 15 years. I've, had, really tens of millions in sales and I don't know what the number is at this point, but significant sum. And it's funny because it can get hard. It can get complex or it can feel that way. And there are pillars, there are things that make it hard. And so he ended up putting it out to some of his asking the question online on social and had a whole bunch of feedback and a whole bunch of comments and people are talking about it. And it is a riot, because you start going through it, you start seeing these things and you think if you just did the opposite of those things, it would be easier. And just to riff on it, a couple things that people struggle with is closing, confronting, getting to the right person, complexity, right? Taking action or rejection. And, it's little missteps. And when you look at how do you make it easy, how could it be made easy? It would start by listing out why is it hard, what's hard about it, and then working to sort of like offset those different things. So do you have a streamline approach? Do you have an exact discovery pitch? Are you solving a problem of the customer? What is the solution? Have you listed the 5 or 6 or 7 top objections, and do you have the right handlings for those things? Do you have the right person? Do you know how to go to the right person? How is your communication ability and your confront and your ability to pick up the phone or call the person or put a contract in front of someone and ask? I read a book years ago that said one of the number one reasons deals don't close is because they don't ask, right? So did you even ask, right? Did you ask? Sales is not hard. What's hard is not doing it correctly.
Yeah, and for me, it's two things. It's I haven't handled something up here, or I've violated process out here, and it could be we have a good process here at Richter. We actually have a great process here at Richter, but it could be the process isn't developed enough. Scripts aren't written. Things aren't known. You don't quite know your process. Could be another misstep. But for me, it really boils down to: am I straight up here? And have I violated some step? And if you violate steps, well then that's me making sales hard for myself, because if I don't violate steps, then it's not really hard, so long as I've also handled myself here. And by handle myself here, I don't mean anything other than like, do you believe in the product that you're selling? Like you shouldn't work for a company that you feel like you're selling something that's not great or harmful in some way. That's just a weird concept. But some people, that was voiced in the thread when I posted. People were like, yeah, when I'm selling something I don't believe in, I'm like, then what are you doing?
Why are you selling something you don't believe in, right? Like that's, we always talk about here too, like what's sale number one? And sale number one is to sell yourself. And then sale number 2 is selling the customer. And if you're not sold, how are you going to sell? So sales would be hard if you're not sold, right? And years ago when I was in college, I actually had a stint and I sold Saabs, and I hate that car, right? I don't hate anything, I don't hate that car, but you know what I mean? It's not what I would choose. And I struggled with it, but the Hummers I could sell. And this was like when I was in college, and I found that it's a lot easier to sell something that you like and that's easy to talk about, So when you're selling, it's so important every day to triple down on your craft and make sure that you are sold, right? And you think about something you love that you talk naturally about, that's easy, and you don't really consider it selling, because at the end of the day, selling is what? It's communication, it's helping and supporting another person get the thing that solves their problem, that handles the challenge to whatever it is. So you're selling a product or service or whatever that solves a problem or handles a challenge or whatever. It's just communication to another person. That's all it is. And an exchange of something. And so, when you think about something you love, that you could talk about it. Like I could sell somebody on running, or I could sell somebody on, a book I love or something. It's like, that's not hard.
Yeah, like would you be a client of your company? Would you be a client?
Would you buy it?
Right. This medical device, would you want to be worked on with this thing? With Salesforce, would you use it, right? Would you use it Nikes or watches, whatever? Would you be a client? I know some companies where you have to be a client to work there.
And if it's a no, then maybe get out, or
handle yourself. Figure out why you have that reservation, handle that thing.
Yeah, ideally handle yourself and get that sorted out. But, just as a drill, just something to think with, write out, if this is real to you, write out what makes sales hard, the items, and then handle each one of those. Like how could you do the opposite of that to make it easier? What's making it hard? And then what would make it easier, and just do that bit by bit by bit, and then do the thing that would make it easier all the way down the line, and you're gonna have some level of playbook.
Yeah, and if you're making that list, you're not sure to handle it, just message me on LinkedIn. Look me up on LinkedIn and shoot me a message, and we can back and forth at workshop it a little bit and make it easy.
Yeah. So food for thought, something to think about. Hope you like it. If you like it, leave us a comment. Okay.